Hey guys, so I don't even know what my last YouTube video was, whether it was a meal prep video, if it was a Bowmar video, if it was a workout video. I stopped doing YouTube because I moved to Missouri and I was fully prepping. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do all these cool big things, and then COVID happened and I kind of just hermit shelled a lot. And so this video is basically going to be me. I hope I'm talking to you correctly. I don't know what to look here or there. I think I'm looking at the camera. This could be just an awkward first, hey, welcome back YouTube video for me. But I wanted to give you guys just a better insight of my life, more on a different platform than Instagram. And I really miss doing YouTube. So this video is just going to be chatting, kind of catching up what I've been up to. Clearly I have a different background. I did move to Missouri. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I grew up there. I was technically born in California, but Ronnie and I moved to Missouri. I'm going to answer a couple questions that I kind of frequently get asked by a lot of people on my Instagram so that I can just kind of go over everything and what's going on in my life. We can get to know each other better on here. The reason that Ronnie and I moved to Missouri was because, one, I've never lived anywhere besides like 2 years old in California. Like, I've always lived in Tucson and I always wanted to venture somewhere else. I kind of knew that Tucson wasn't the place for me. I grew up there and I knew almost everyone in Tucson, but I just wanted to have like my own experience, and I also wanted to get out of the heat, like just the heat. It's hot as balls in Tucson. So I wanted to start my own life. And last Christmas, 2019 Christmas, Ronnie and I came up to visit his family, and I looked around and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful here. And it was winter time and the trees actually didn't have leaves on them. Tucson does not have seasons, and so I was just so obsessed with how the weather was, and Ronnie wanted to be a little bit closer to his family, and I was like, let's move to Missouri. Like, even if we only stay there for a couple years, we can move somewhere else after, because he had wanted to originally move to Florida, which I would not be I would not be opposed to moving really anywhere. I was like, let's do it. So we moved in February, and February, March, April, like 2 months later, we got shut down. Everything was COVID related, shut down. And so I didn't get to experience a lot of Missouri yet. I've been basically in my home, started working out at home. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen I did a lot of at-home workouts. So if you're looking for at-home workouts, I feel like mine were pretty good. I used basically light dumbbells and resistance bands. So there's a bunch of stuff on that if you just scroll down. Or if you just personally message me, I can tag you in the ones that you're interested in, because I know I have a lot of workouts that I post, because I mainly post workouts on my Instagram. But anyways, it's so windy here. The weather is like so different. I know, Minnie has my hair in her face. Basically, we moved down here. It was closed and COVID happened. And what I did during COVID was I decided to go to NASM, do a NASM online schooling, and just a week or two ago, I think it was so recent, I hope you guys can hear me over the wind, I got my certification for personal training. I'm also certified in online nutrition coaching, which I got a year or two ago. So I'm all set to actually do stuff now. I'm so excited. I did not get a job when I moved here because of the COVID. I have autoimmune disorders, and it was really scary in the beginning for me, just because I thought, well, if I do get this, I'm one of those like at high risk of not surviving. So I've been trying to do things at home. So I have coached a couple online people. I will be planning to do more of like online coaching and stuff like that very soon. And I work for Bowmar. I'm a Bowmar Nutrition athlete, which if you don't know what that is, basically it's supplements and a lot of good things. Like, okay, I don't even want to get into it. We'll get to my Bowmar favorites in another video. I already have that planned, because I've only done one Bowmar Nutrition video, and that was back in the beginning of my like careerism with them, and they have gotten so many more products, it's insane. So anyways, the details will be down in the description box if you want to check out the website and look for yourself right now, but I will do like my favorites episode coming soon. I also didn't announce this to anyone that I was going to be starting up YouTube, so I don't know how many people are going to actually see this, but I just kind of wanted to share. I know from past experience with my YouTubes, looking back, I feel like I was a completely different girl. Like I was a different person than I am in Missouri. I feel like I've changed into a different person in the past 6 months even. When I first started making YouTube and I first got into the fitness industry, I was literally so on that, like, you have to eat every single 3 hours, you have to have egg whites and oats, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do cardio, you have to, like, I was so ingrained in my head that my focus of health and what health and fitness meant to me was looks. And I didn't mean it to be, because I always tried to preach like it doesn't matter what you look, but I look back at videos and pictures of myself and how thin I was and how small I was, and I really wasn't paying attention to how my body's feeling. What does my body feel like? Am I sore today? Should I really be working out today? Am I happy with myself when I look in the mirror? Just different things that I feel like I've matured so much. And I give a lot of like credit to podcasts, like the Ultimate Health podcast I started listening to. Oh gosh, I wish I remembered his name right now, but he did a lot of podcasts talking about motivation from different motivational speakers, like the people like Bob Proctor. And if you've ever watched The Secret, it's on Netflix. That's kind of like the first like dipping your toe into like manifestation and what it all means. I listened to a lot of podcasts, and I remember back in Tucson, I was very, very upset at my job, my situation, just where I was in life. And like I said, I've always wanted to move, and I wrote down this book. And maybe if you guys are interested, you can let me know. I do have the book in my truck, and I wrote down the list, and I am actually curious to see how many things came true, but I know a lot of them came true. And one of them was I wanted to be moved out of Tucson into a beautiful home where I felt like it was safe and it was my house. Obviously with Ronnie, but I was living in Tucson in my mom's old home, so it never felt like my home. And I just want that, and I want it to be before June of 2020, which is my birthday. And I was writing that in November of 2019, and I was like, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but by my birthday I want to be moved. Okay, that was November, December, January, February. 3 months later, I was moved to Missouri in a home that I'm freaking obsessed with and love. And I do want to show you guys around like the area that I live, but I also don't want to show too much because I really don't want anyone on the internet to be like, you know, we have to keep our own like privacy. But that's basically why I moved. I haven't been doing much. I dealt with a little bit of depression from COVID. I feel like all of us kind of had to get used to how to handle everything that is going on in the world, in our home, in our relationships, in our friendships, in our family. It was really hard in the beginning because not only was I scared for myself, my mom is also older, and now I wasn't next to my mom, I wasn't with my mom, and my mom is very much just like hippy dippy lovey, I'm gonna go out anyways, I love her. And I was just like, my mom, like, I hope she doesn't get it. If she got it, how would I see her? All this kind of stuff. So now things are thankfully, you know, a little different, and she's visited a few times. I've gone to Tucson once, and I'm planning to go again. I already have the tickets for Thanksgiving, so that's what I'm doing then. Minnie's doing good. My dogs, okay, so after this move, my dogs have changed drastically. Their happiness, I think it also might be just my mood as well changed when I moved here because of how nice it is. There's a giant truck. Hold on. My dog's moods have changed so much. They've never seen grass before. Riley loves the weather. It's so much cooler. Minnie has her own like little jackets and stuff. I don't know. She's just chilling right now. But everything just about Missouri has just made me happier. And we've gone through like, you know, some ups and downs with like depression, and then just like, you know, when you live, I'm a very like, how do I want to say this? Like, I need my own space. I think everyone kind of needs their own space. And being with Ronnie 24/7, we obviously weren't like the perfect couple getting through COVID, but we did it, and we've gotten stronger. And I'm just so thankful and grateful that we actually moved before it all happened. And now I'm actually getting to experience Missouri Missouri a little bit, and we've gone on hikes, and I just got a bow, which I cannot believe. I didn't just get a bow. So I got gifted a bow from someone who unfortunately I'm no longer friends with, but she gave it to me, and I've had it since like a year and a half, and I never did anything with it. I never actually tried shooting the bow. It was just always so hot out in Tucson. And I met a girl here, and she goes hunting, and she also she does archery for fun, not even just for the hunt. The hunt. And she was like, oh my gosh, you definitely should start shooting your bow, just like as a hobby. It's really fun. And so, sorry, I'm trying not to die. I don't know if I inhaled a bug or what. The wind, okay. I don't know where to look. I really hope I'm looking at you guys when I'm talking, because I'm talking on the side of my camera, my phone. Riley's looking at me also in the mirror. But anyways, another truck. So after I met my friend Alyssa, she was like, you should definitely, you know, just I can go with you. We can go to the bow shop. We can get it fitted for you. And that's something you can do. And I went to the bow shop with her. I actually found out, for those of you that shoot archery, I found out that my dominant eye is my left eye, but I'm right-handed, and the bow that I have is right-handed. So I had two options. I could either get a new bow left-handed and just shoot that way, or I could keep my right-handed bow and just close my left eye and try to focus on my dominant being my right eye. And that's literally what I chose to do. Also because I have no idea how this ever happened, and I didn't find it out until years after, apparently, because my massage therapist was telling me you injured your shoulder somehow. My left shoulder is not the best, so I don't think actually I can pull back the bow as much as I'd want to if I did a left-handed bow. But anyways, so it is something that the second I was at the shop and the first arrow I shot obviously went to the side, because I didn't realize I had to close my left eye in the beginning. We had talked about that after my first shot, but it left my hand. The arrow left my hand, and instantly I was like, this is my passion. It was so weird. It was like this new just excitement. Like, I've never had a hobby that I loved so much. I obviously love hiking. I love outdoors. I love going quadding. I don't own quads. I love shooting guns, but it was a different feeling, and I've never felt that way. And so that is what I've been doing for the past like 5 days in a row, is shooting my bow. I found this deserted area that eventually is gonna get built on, unfortunately, which is, I could literally walk to the spot, but I'm getting really into archery, and it's such just it brings me joy, and I don't know how to explain it other than it's really fun, and I actually think it's easier to shoot than a gun. So that is what I've been doing lately. And Ronnie is still working nights. He should be going to days with his job soon. He loves the job that he has here. He's doing really good at it, and I'm really proud of him. And what else is new? I wanted to just touch on saying how different I am now. If I ever do videos of what I eat in a day and stuff like that for you guys, I want you to understand that I am not psychotically like tracking myself anymore. I am not focused on, I can't eat this, I can't enjoy this food, I need to eat like this because of health. I more of just intuitively eat, which I might have been intuitively eating before, but I'm so focused on my health now. I started doing cardio not because I wanted to get skinnier or anything like that. I noticed that since COVID, I've been sitting on my butt so freaking much, and I've never sat on my butt this much in my entire life. Maybe not even as a kid. I've always been active. I've always been doing sports. I've always had a job, like active, like as an Orange Theory coach. You're running around, you're literally working out. I was a bartender, always on my feet. And now being at home and working from home and doing stuff just at home, I sit down all the time, and I was started to think about my heart health, like cardiorespiratory. Like, I need to get my heart healthier. I need to stand up more. I need to be more active for my health. And that's such a big mindset shift I've noticed since moving here. Was not, what do I need to do to look like a certain image of myself? It's, what do I need to do to be healthy? Another thing, if you follow me on Instagram, I started microdosing greens back into my diet. And microdosing, like literally, I'm talking about like I took one scoop, like one dose of the greens from Bowmar, and I chopped it into sevens. Like I felt, I've never done drugs, but I felt like I was doing something, like cutting, I don't know, crack, I don't know. I don't talk about drugs, so I don't do drugs, but anyways, felt like that. And I literally only had myself do 1/7 of greens, because 2 years ago I tried taking greens and my stomach blew up and I gave up on it, and it's because I didn't have enough greens into my diet. And it's not good not to have greens in your diet. You need those micronutrients literally for so much. Your eyes, your skin, your organs, you need greens. There are good things about taking greens, and we're obviously, most of us don't get enough vegetables in our diet, and I definitely wasn't. And I just chopped it up as, that's my IBS, that's why I can't do that, that's my celiac disease, it's just my stomach is different, I can't do that. And I realized that I had just went ham on something that I didn't have in my body ever for really a long time. And so of course my stomach hurt when I did that 2 years ago. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna make tinier, smaller amounts and try it then. And the first 4 days my stomach reacted the way I thought it would. It hurt, it bloated, didn't feel good. But the 5th day, it stopped hurting. The 6th day, I stopped bloating. And then I was like, okay. And I made sure to do the small amounts for 2 weeks. I was like slowly going up to maybe 1/5 of a scoop, but I wasn't actually doing like half a scoop, or I didn't just like jump. I was very microdosing and being very safe. And it took me about 2 weeks, and now I take a full scoop of greens every single day, and I've noticed a huge difference in my digestion. Actually, I'm going frequently, and that was my biggest thing, was I wanted to be healthy because my bowel movements, we're just gonna be open here on this YouTube channel, was not healthy. And there's always like colon cleanses or different things that you can do, but really it's just mainly your diet. Can be a huge aspect of not drinking enough water. So that is what I did to really focus on my health there. I started drinking a lot more water, which actually I brought my water bottle out because I feel like my stand is about to blow over because it's so windy. Because I've been also doing challenges on my YouTube. Hi, this is YouTube. Started this month doing healthy challenges on my Instagram, and the healthy challenge for this month was to drink greens every single day and drink a gallon of water. This is half a gallon, and I really need to drink more right now because I'm like already behind. But I've noticed a huge improvement in my health, and that is just such a huge, I think, thing I'm most proud of, and just it's taken me so long from my journey from 2012, back when I was overweight, to now, 8 years later. I'm sitting here and I'm not obsessing about food and all this kind of stuff. I take into consideration how healthy are the things I'm eating, but I'm not freaking out about my looks. I also stopped self-tanning because I noticed that self-tanning was making me feel like I needed to be self-tan or I wasn't fit. I needed to be self-tanned or I wasn't pretty. I needed to be self-tanned or blah, blah, blah. I still wear makeup. I don't have to wear makeup. I like to wear makeup. And, in the future, I might still self-tan, but I stopped self-tanning for a while to make sure that my mindset was healthy and I like the body that I'm in. And what's actually so crazy, this is the second time I've done a detox of self-tan, is that I actually prefer my body this way. Like, I'm so impressed with myself when I look in the mirror and I see muscle and I'm like as pale as a ghost. Like, normally in my mindset when I put on this tanner, it's like I can't be like fit, I can't have muscle, you're not gonna be able to see my muscle unless I have full tanner on. And it was just this like nice wake-up call, like that's not true. And it just gives me more motivation to just continue to build. And that's where I'm at with my fitness journey, is I just kind of want to get bigger muscles. I want to get stronger. I want to be actually healthy. And I want to just wake up, eat the breakfast that I love, not freak out if it's carbs and fats together, not freak out if it's like a bigger breakfast or a smaller breakfast. And if Ronnie wants to do a pizza night, not wonder, oh, well, I just had steak and potatoes the night before, should I really? I don't care. Like, it's kind of just nice to focus on my health. And I'm just hoping that my journey and me telling you what's going on in my life can help inspire you guys to be healthier, because I've just gone through so many different things and I really just want to start sharing my journey. I don't know how many of you are going to be interested, but if you are and you want to see more, please comment down below. Me making these videos now is not going to be like, oh, I want to get big on YouTube. If it happens, but I actually just want to connect with you guys more. And I feel like I try to share most of my life on my Instagram, so if you're curious about more, definitely follow me on Instagram. I do stories a lot. But I will do a lot more videos. I'm not going to tell you how many videos a week I do. I'm not going to set myself on this like intense thing, but I do want to start doing more videos. If you have any suggestions or what you'd like me to talk about, let me know. This was kind of just an introduction. I moved. I'm trying to really focus on my health and on my looks and shoot my bow, and overall my family is happier here, and I want to just take you on my experience because I like sharing and I love listening to your guys' experience. So hopefully, we can be all one big family. So, all right, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, do all those things if you like what you see. It really does help. It's really nice being back here and talking to you guys, and I'm going to do it more often. Okay, I will see you in the next one.